Thank you for joining today's webinar, Our Spring with Trees, which is the final webinar of the European Spring Tree campaign that you were part of. And this is a great opportunity for you to share your findings and your experiences that you enjoy during this spring. The Spring Tree campaign is organized by our team at the Europe and Eurasia Regional Coordination Office that is located in Prague, the Czech Republic. That is where I'm sitting right now in Prague, and my name is Csilla Barkász, and I'm here today with my colleagues Lenka Kleger and Dana Vodapkova. And today we prepared this event for you together. Lenka is our technical support today, so in case you experience any technical issues with your cameras, microphone, sounds, you can just reach out to her in the chat. And hope that this will not happen, so everything will run smoothly. Today, you can look forward to 7 presentations and 7 videos from 8 different countries. And I can see that we have a quite international and diverse audience. We have here the amazing students, both presenters and listeners, and their teachers who supported them during the spring with their observations and work. And we have here scientists, maybe even country coordinators and globe friends. So welcome everyone, thanks for joining. We will spend together about an hour and a half. Our schedule is very packed, so I would like to ask all the presenters not to exceed the time limit, which is 5 minutes for their presentations. After each presentations, you can ask the presenting team in the chat. You can send them their comments, your questions or appreciations, and they will answer to you. After each presentation, there will be also some time for feedback from our scientists who joined us today. So I would like to welcome Brian Campbell, who is an earth science specialist at NASA. Hello, Brian. Thanks for joining.
Hello, thank you, Csilla.
Good morning to you. I know it's quite early at your location. I'd like to welcome also Josef Brůna from Czech Republic, from the Institute of Botany, Czech Academy of Sciences. And just an interesting fact for you, Josef is a former Globe student, so he was also very active and enthusiastic about researching Globe when he was at your age. Perhaps we also already have here Haley Wickline from North America. She is the coordinator of the North American Phenology campaign. And I'm not sure if she's here. Probably she will join a little bit later, as it's also quite early in her time zone. She will give comments to you in the chat. Okay, so just one information about the Spring Tree campaign. This year we had more than 240 participants, and we received so many great contributions from the participants, either in form of videos or presentations, that we had to make a selection. So unfortunately, we couldn't include all of the contributors to this webinar, but that doesn't mean that we do not appreciate their work. On the contrary, we are very happy for this amazing participation. And we will showcase all the contributions on the Globe website. We will write news about it, and some of the presentations will be also showcased on the campaign's Padlet. If you don't know, that is a great platform where you can see also contributions from past campaigns, and that can be a great source of inspiration for you, either you're a teacher or a student, and you will receive a link to the Padlet via email after the webinar. Okay, so that said, I think we can move to our first presenter today, which are children from Ploče Kindergarten from Croatia. And I would like to ask if they are here with us today, if they could show themselves, maybe not, or not yet.
We are here.
Oh, you are there.
Hello. Yeah.
Hello, Marina. So I would like to ask Lenka to show their video. Okay, thank you so much for this amazing video. I can see that you did so many activities with the children this spring, and I quite like that these activities encourage children also to do some other types of activities. And thank you very much for sharing this with us, and hope you will continue.
Thank you. We will. We want to say that we started with a look up cloud hunters in 2024 with very much help from Vesna Lampic, and the GLOW program brought us a lot of positive things for our children and also for us preschool educators. And the autumn campaign and spring campaign were a challenge for us and for children, and they observed changes in nature, and from that came many other activities such as artistic, cultural, and mathematics.
Perfect. That's
But it's important.
great.
I want to say that it's important that children collected data and that contributed to the global understanding of our environment. We want to say thank you, Vesna Lampic, who encouraged, who registered us to this wonderful global program, and we also had support from Global Elementary K4, and we connected with other kindergartens and exchange experiences. We will put a link about this in the chat. You can see how it works. We would be glad to see you.
Thank you so much for sharing this information. And also everyone, please feel free to ask questions from the team from Croatia or your comments. And now time is running fast, so we have to move on. And now we will move to North Macedonia, and we will see the first presentation from a student team, Mateja, Hannah, Sonia, Mila, and Nina. Welcome to the webinar. We can see you.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Just wanted to say hi and just to say a quick thank you for this opportunity. Sadly, I will be alone today because my friends had some emergencies to attend to, so hopefully that won't change anything. I will share the screen now.
Sure, go ahead.
One moment. Can you see it?
Yes, I can see a magazine cover.
Yes, that's so this year we decided to approach our story through a magazine, something, you know, different and hopefully entertaining as well. Petar Koparsov, the School of Phenology, as we like to say. This was our second and sadly final year working on this project for some of us. However, we continued with the same enthusiasm, recording data, observing leaves, and taking lots of photos. We studied the tall pistachio tree, which last year we gave it a name called Pepi, which is located in front of our school. Each week we monitored the 4 leaves we selected over the span of around 5 weeks, noting details like the color, the length, and whether it had fallen or not. So let's see how we spent our last month. Weeks 1 to 4. This was the first month from 22nd of March to 19th of April. Weeks 1 to 2, the weather remained cold and most leaves stayed dormant with no visible growth. However, only 1 leaf showed early signs of change, hinting at the upcoming transformations. Then was week 3, where warmer temperatures arrived, making the start of spring. 3 leaves began to swell, showing signs of growth, while only 1 sadly remained dormant. Then week 4, a clear seasonal shift occurred. 3 out of 4 leaves displayed green shoots, signaling the end of dormancy. We were so excited that we were able to measure the length of all of the 4 leaves for the first time, celebrating the growth as a major milestone in our project. Then came the second month, from 21st of April to 5th of May. Week 1 was on April 21st. We began measuring all 4 leaves. Growth was already so dramatic, however, especially in leaf 2, which had reached 45 millimeters. And by April 25th, growth had accelerated so much that some leaves had gained over 30 millimeters in just 4 days. Then week 2, where measurements on April 28th showed leaves had nearly doubled in size. Leaf 1 had reached around 83 millimeters, and leaf 2 hit a major milestone of a whole 10 centimeters, for which we were so shocked and also extremely excited. And then week 3 was vigorous with growth. Leaves not only grew in length, but also changed shape and structure, and leaf 1 measured around 10.1 centimeters, and leaf 2 reached 10.7 centimeters. We were so shocked as to how quickly the leaves had grown that we came back so many times that week just to be sure they hadn't gotten even bigger. Then came the last week, sadly, week 4. During the final observations on April 22nd until May 5th, leaf 4 had definitely reached the greatest size of 14.1 centimeters. However, others showed consistent growth as well. We were amazed and so grateful that we could end the journey with such amazing growth on the leaves. We were so shocked as well as how quickly they managed to grow. Then the end sadly came again. The project ended on an emotional note as we said goodbye to the 4 leaves we had observed and measured over several weeks. What began as a simple study turned into a meaningful journey, one that highlighted the beauty and value in small, often overlooked things like leaves. Although our observations, and through them, we developed patience, respect, and a deeper connection with nature. Truly, the project was more than data collection. It was a lesson in noticing life, honoring change, and just cherishing quiet moments. Even after the official end, many of us found ourselves continuing to check the leaves, not as an obligation or something our teachers made us do, but out of affection for something we spend so much time on. Thank you.
Thank you, Matea. Thank you for this beautiful presentation. I really appreciate your creativity that you chose a very original format. And I must say, innovative for the Spring Tree campaign that you created a magazine. I hope that you were able to distribute this magazine to your fellow students in your school. So that
yes, we did. Yeah,
perfect.
They were shocked as to how much data we'd put into something that they walk past by every day. leaves, and we're so excited to present in front of them as well.
Perfect. So I hope that your enthusiasm is contagious, so to say, and they will also join you perhaps in the autumn campaign or
I
later
hope
on.
so.
Nice. And now I would like to ask Brian to give feedback to Matea and her team.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, great research project, and I'll echo what Tia said. That was a really cool format and something we haven't, I haven't seen before. So, thank you for that. It was nicely laid out, and I especially like, at the end when you mentioned that you went out and checked the leaves, and when you didn't have to because you had this vested interest over the last 2 years of looking at these leaves, and pun intended, you grew to love these leaves, and you noticed that over the last your research period, you noticed that these leaves grew. I think you said over 4 days you had like a 30 millimeter growth at some of those leaves, which of course, as you mentioned too, you were shocked that they grew this fast. And when you saw this, did you and your research classmates think about how this happened? Why did this happen so fast? Did you talk about this?
Yes, the day we came outside to check the leaves again, we stood outside, I think, for nearly 30 minutes discussing how this could happen in such a short amount of time. But we came to the conclusion, I mean, again, climate change, and the weather was extremely hot that week especially. And we were just shocked as to how quickly they had grown.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough question to answer. I mean, there's lots of variables involved, different tree species, react different ways to the environment, the changing climate, the precipitation, the air temperature, all these things, so it's a tricky question to answer. So, I have one other question. You mentioned, sadly, it's the end of what you're doing with this. So do you intend to pass on this research or knowledge to future students, who want to continue this and hopefully gain that excitement that you've gained over the last several years?
Yes, so I'm finishing primary school here in this school. That's why it is my last campaign actually today. And I have other friends that are lower grade, which I've started to, in a way, tell them what to do. I bring them outside for the leaves, for this campaign, for the autumn campaign, just inserting data into the site as well. And I hope that they will find this as exciting and to fill them up with joy as it does me, because this is something I look forward to every season. Like, oh my God, a campaign is coming, and I'm so excited.
Yeah, that's great. Maybe they'll get 31 millimeters of growth in 4
Yeah.
report back to you. Yeah. So excellent. Thank you so much for this, and and being a steward of the environment, and being so excited about this and passing this on. Thank you.
Thank you as well. Thank you so much to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm happy that you enjoyed it that much, and good luck with your future observations.
Thank you so much.
Now it's time to move to Ukraine virtually. We have the students from Ivano-Frankivsk City Environmental Station, or at least Christina, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Hello, Christina, and your colleague.
Hi.
Hello. So feel free to start your presentation. The floor is yours.
We will share the screen in a minute.
Sure.
There is some problem. There is some problem currently.
Okay, if you have some problem, I can do that for you. I can share.
Yeah, if you can, please do.
Okay, just give me a second.
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. Let me just open. Okay, can you see the screen of the presentation?
Yeah.
Okay, so just let me know when I should move forward with the slides.
Okay. Thank you. We're presenting our spring with trees from Ivano-Frankivsk City Environmental Station. Please move forward. Ivano-Frankivsk City Environmental. Yeah. Ivano-Frankivsk City Environmental Station is located in Ivano-Frankivsk City, which is located in the southwest of Ukraine near the Carpathians. Here you can see our space photography, our station, our coordinates. Yeah. We joined the European Phenology campaign on March 1st, 2025. The trees we are going to be presenting are lima, cherry, birch, hazel, and oak. Here are photos of bud bursting, and on the next slide, visualization for birch. Here is a visualization. As well as photos of bud bursting of cherry. A visualization for it. Lima. A visualization. Hazel. Visualization for hazel. And the last one is oak. The first bud was lost because of due to cold weather in April. You can see it on the pictures. Here's visualization for oak. It was very interesting for us to watch the awakening of buds and growth of leaves. We created a pilot board of the spring awakening of our trees. If you scroll down the board, you can see the changes throughout each day. We posted the pilot board on Facebook of our station. We also monitored the air temperature. Here is a graph of air temperature period from March 1st to May 16th. As the graph shows that high temperature were observed in March. The buds on all trees began to wake up at the same time. The second graph is a graph of air temperature from April 16th to May 16th. This is the period when we measured the length of leaves on the trees. The graph shows that there were 3 periods of sharp cooling in April, May, as well as a result, there was a pause in leaf growth for 9 days. The summary for our presentation is observing the air temperature. We noticed that March and April were abnormally warm months. Bud swelling and loosening occurred very quickly. Leaf blooming occurred simultaneously on all trees. May was a cold month. The leaves had to pause growing for about 9 days. Leaf growth stopped a few days later than in 2024. Your attention is highly appreciated by us. Thank you. We can't hear you.
Sheila, it seems you have some trouble with a microphone. So maybe I can step in just for the time when Sheila fixes the technical part. So I believe Sheila was going to say that it was a great presentation, and it's the same that I would say. So yeah, it really was a interesting research, and I could see a lot of data that you collected, and you also measured the weather conditions. So really well done. And I will not talk anymore, but I will invite Brian Campbell again and ask him if he has any questions or comments.
Sure. Thank you, Lenka. Yeah. So yeah, thank you for that presentation and for observing so many trees, and so many different species of trees. So thank you for that, including the lime and cherry and oak and all the different trees. Yeah, just a couple questions. Hearing your presentation and looking at the slides. Did you, I noticed by looking at some of the graphs that there were some differences in the changes. Did you expect the time of bud burst the way it was, or did you think it was earlier or later than expected for each of the species of the trees?
For some species, it was later than expected. It was a little bit expected as due to cold weather, there might be some changes, but it was a bit earlier last year.
Okay, thank you. And also, there was something there. I noticed that leaf growth stopped a few days later. I noticed in 2024. How might you be able to research the reasons for this? Have you thought about that? Because based upon the leaf growth that you had for 2025, it stopped, a little earlier. It stopped a few days later than in 2024. Is it, could you look at like climate records or just past data or things in the GLOBE database?
We noticed some changes in climate changes as this year was a little bit colder springtime. We did some research on climate change, and it's pretty much all.
Okay, and last question is, why did you choose these trees, these species of trees? Are they pretty common to your area? Ones that you see often around your location?
In Ukraine, those trees are pretty common here. You can see them pretty much anywhere.
Okay.
So we chose them as the best example.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Dave.
Okay, I'll pass it back to you, Lenka.
Okay, thank you, Brian. Thank you for your comments and questions. And I can see Sheila is speaking, but we still can't hear you. I'm sorry for that. So yeah, well done to the team from Ukraine, and thanks to Brian for your comments. And now we will move to our third presentation of today. And the presentation is from Braća Seljan Elementary School from Croatia. So I can see we have Vladimira Fumic is here with us. And do we have also students? Are they with you or?
Well, hello everyone. Happy to see you again. My students are not with me because they had the field trip.
Okay.
So they're in the 4th class, and every year the 4th class goes on the 5 days to spend a week in nature. They went on Croatian coast, so I will be presenting myself.
Okay, thank you.
I'm
We
sorry.
understand it's difficult, this timing of
Yes.
activities at the end
A
of
bit,
the year.
yes.
That's for sure. Vladimira, will you share your presentation yourself, or you want?
I didn't prepare it because I told you to, but maybe I can just.
Yeah. Or if Chila is ready. Oh, okay, I can see I can see Chila showing that she's ready with the presentation. So she will share for you, and please feel free to go ahead. Just tell us next slide or.
Okay, just a second. Okay, I wanted first to say that this story map was something new to me. And first I was introduced with the story map while we were having this meeting in Ljubljana in this school year. The great presenter from India, I think, introduced it, and I liked it in a minute because it is a great digital tool which is used to tell story using maps and multimedia and narrative text, and in this way you can all see our story maybe in a better way. So we have chosen a birch tree near our school. This is the first story, the first part of the story, and we called our story The Birch Awakeness, Signs of Springs in Every Leaf. Maybe you can go on now. Okay, a birch is a very common tree in Croatia, and you can see it almost everywhere. And because I have students from the lower classes, I have chosen birch because it is different from all other trees because of its color. It's white, so it's much easier for them to recognize it. We were going there 2 times a week, and in spring birch gave us leaves very early this year. Can we go on? We were also learning about birch, and this is, I think, our first photo while it was still in winter sleep. As I have already said, it was very close to our school, and they were passing by it every time they were going to school or out of school. As you can see, they have these worksheets in their hands, and we were always sitting under the tree and writing everything that we measured or see, so all the changes. Yes, this is a photo of the first buds. It was funny for me that some children were involved in this campaign for the first time. So they said that the birch has a little black dots on it. So it's unusual how children react to these nature changes. And then one day after the bud burst, the miracle has started happening, and every year, every week, leaves were growing and growing, and it all, as I see some of the presentations before, they were growing much faster this year. I don't know what was the reason, but we were measuring it, and we were doing everything required. Can we go on? And then one day we were shocked. It was a sunny day, and we called it green explosion because the birch was full of leaves, and it stopped growing, and it was the tree that really you had to stand in front of it and admire. And all the visible changes that I was telling them about that will happen happened. Oh, this is the photo of kids that were sitting under the tree. If we did everything, we even stayed there and wrote some poems, or we were just happy to stay and be there in nature outside of the classroom, because this globe class is one of the last classes in their day, so they were a bit tired. So we were all happy that we can be outside and spend some time under our birch. And in the end, as I said, over several weeks, all the changes were documented, and we were happy to see that we had the chance to see the transform of birch from winter dormancy into full spring bloom. Okay, I had to be short, so this is our short story map. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did.
Thank you very much, Vladimira. I definitely enjoyed it, and thank you for speaking on behalf of your students.
Okay.
It was really nice to watch the presentation and also learn about your experience and your results. And I will not talk long, but I will invite our expert Josef Brůna to speak if he has any questions or comments about the presentation.
Hi, I really enjoyed that you chose the story maps format. It's a great tool. And I noticed that you said that it all happened faster than expected. So do you think it was different than previous years, or is it just because you were going there very often that you noticed how quick it went?
I think it happened much faster than the previous year. It happened all of a sudden. I had the feeling like everything happened in 2 weeks, and sometimes I was even questioning myself, have we measured everything right? Because growth was happening so fast.
Yeah, I have exactly the same experience from last year, but this year everything here is much slower than usual. So that's why I was interested in that. And I really like the point that you spent some time after you measured everything to just sit by the tree. That's really, really nice activity.
Yes,
Thank
they
you
were
for
very
that.
tired and they enjoyed it as much as I did. Just to sit there and to feel calm in the nature, because I think maybe with their parents they do not do it so often. So yes.
They will definitely get some connection to the tree or to the place itself.
Yes, this is a great opportunity to gather science and curiosity for the nature and the sense of environmental stewardship among young learners, I think.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Josef. And I just want to add a quick comment from myself that I really like how you shared that you learned about the story maps from the Globe speaker from India. So yeah, it's really important.
I forgot his name, but he was so great. And after his presentation, I wanted to check it for myself. And it's a great digital tool. Yes, I recommend it to everybody.
Yeah. So yeah, and it's so important to meet and share just like we do today and inspire each other.
Yes. I wish you all the best. And thank you. Bye from Croatia.
The same for you and all the best to your students.
Thank you.
Thanks again for the presentation.
Thank you.
Okay, now we will move to a few videos. We will have a block of 3 videos from Kyrgyz Regional Lyceum from Kyrgyzstan, then video from Shime Budinic Elementary School from Croatia, and then video from Tetiv Lyceum number 3 from Ukraine. So enjoy them.
Hello from Kyrgyzstan. We are students of Kadamjay District School, located in Kadamjay Town, Batken region. We take part in the International Globe program, observing nature and sharing data with students and scientists around the world. Let us show you our work.
Hello, we want to tell you about the Globe program. It's a big international project where students all over the world study nature and environment together.
Every year we take part in the phenology observations. Phenology means watching how nature changes with seasons, like when plants grow, flower, and change. We observe our plants very carefully. We write down every stage we notice. It helps us see how climate and weather affect nature.
We observe our plants from the first leaves to flowers, and then to the fruits. We write down every changes we see and then share our data with the GLOBE program. We also do simple experiments, like we check how plants grow in different conditions, like with more or less water, light or different soil. We learn how nature reacts to the environment.
Some plants grow in the sun, some in the shade. Some grow near water, others on dry ground. We study where and how plants grow best. We also learn how climate change may change these conditions in the future. We work together like real scientists. We make observations, write reports, and sometimes even compare data with students in other countries.
We are happy to be part of GLOBE. Together we help scientists to understand the world better.
We're proud to be part of the global project.
Thank you, GLOBE!
Hi everyone! We are students, class 5B of Tetievsky Lyceum number 3 from Ukraine.
Our motto: don't read about science, do science.
Our teacher always asks us, what changes are happening to trees today? How they are preparing for summer?
Precipitation, temperature, wind, etc.
Do you observe these phenomena when you go to school?
We chose a linden tree and made observations.
We watched the dormant buds, then swell and finally open ones.
We also measured the change in size of linden leaves.
So I hope you enjoy the videos. And if you have any comments or questions, please feel free to write to the chat. You can write to the authors and to the students. So if they are here, they can read it or we can pass it to them later on. And I'm going to...
Thank you, Lenka. I'm not sure if it's better now.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Perfect. Sorry, I don't know what happened. I cannot explain this this problem with the microphone. Now it works. So we can move on with our presentations. And we will now move to Croatia again, if I'm not mistaken. And I would like to ask if we have here the students from Banija Primary School. I don't know, I cannot see them. If you are here, please wave or just unmute yourself and say hi. Okay,
we're here.
Okay. Sorry, I couldn't see the full name. Okay, so welcome. Thank you. And the floor is yours. Please feel free to share your presentation.
Oh, we need to share it. Okay.
I can share it for you if you would like to. Whatever works better. Should I share it?
Yes, please.
Okay. Okay. You can start.
Hi, we are sixth grade students from primary school Banya. My name is Nicole. And my name is Lana. This spring, we observed a birch tree and a lime tree located in the school park.
Sorry, they cannot turn the pages.
Sorry, I should move on, or I thought you were still introducing yourself.
Okay, you can now continue.
Am I on
It's
the correct slide?
maybe the best if I share it so they can turn the pages by themselves.
Okay, so I stop sharing and you will try, right?
Please. I will try share it.
So there are more of you there from different computers, or?
No, but we didn't know we cannot press pages if you are sharing, so.
But you can let me know when I should move on. That was my idea, that you can talk and always let me know if I can go to the next slide. Would that work for you?
Yes. Okay, girls, just tell when you can move to the next page.
Next slide. Okay.
Okay, so one more time. In that case, let me go back. Okay. So this is your second slide.
Second slide. This spring, we observed a birch tree and a lime tree located in the school park in the schoolyard. During February, we have measured the diameter and height of the trees and marked the branches that we would observe. Next slide, please. We learned about the process of photosynthesis and created posters for the class. Trees are very important because they take carbon dioxide from the air and create oxygen. Next slide. In February, buds were in dormant phase. Next slide, please. We analyzed a satellite image of our school environment.
The slide, you need to be on the slide 6. Okay, this is it.
We analyzed a satellite image of our school's environment and created a carbon map of our neighborhood. We noticed that there's a lot of built-up area and that a lot of carbon dioxide is being released into the atmosphere. Next slide. In March, buds and birch were still in bud burst phase and lime buds were still in dormant phase. Next slide. Every Wednesday, we took photographs of the trees and observed branches using the Grow app. Next slide. Birch buds opened on March 12th and 13th. Lime buds began to swell. Next slide. On April 12th, the buds opened on the lime tree. We were already measuring the length of the birch leaf. Next slide, please. We calculated the amount of carbon stored in our trees. The birch tree stored a larger amount of carbon because it's an older tree. Next slide, please. May 7th, the leaves has reached their full size. Next slide. We entered the data into the GLOBE database and displayed it graphically from the database. We noticed that the lime leaves growed faster than the birch leaves.
even though the buds opened a month later. Next slide, please. We measured both the current air temperature and the amount of precipitation in the period from February 1st to April 30th. We learned that the increased air temperature influenced the beginning of birch budding and then the lime tree. There was also precipitation in the form of rain during the observed period. Next slide. We analyzed the greetings data of other precipitations in the European Philological Campaign and learned that the birch budding occurred later north. Next slide, please. We analyzed the lime tree data. We saw that the buds on our lime tree opened quite late in April, while some observers have noticed early bud opening. Next slide, please. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you so much. This was a beautiful presentation. Congratulations. I really liked that you included so many pictures in it. It was beautiful and also impressive that you were able to compare data from other countries. And I also appreciate that you did not only the 4 activities, but also the so-called optional activities, the carbon activities, and that you managed to calculate the amount of carbon your tree grows. Really, really impressive. Thank you. And I would like to ask now Josef to say some comments to the presentation.
Yeah, thank you for the impressive presentation. Cilla already mentioned you did a lot of things. I really enjoyed the part when you classify the neighborhood of the school. So now you have some clear data, what is happening there and where do you have trees. That's really nice. And I really like that you take data from other countries that measure the same tree and notice if they started earlier or later. That's something that Globe is great for, and the data is there, and I'm really glad that you did it this way. And it was a very nice graphical way to show that it really is a difference across Europe in these 2 trees. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you. Thank you, girls. And all of you, please leave your questions, comments in the chat for the team. And now from Croatia, we move to Slovakia. And I believe we have here the team from Blatné Remety Elementary School. I welcome Martina and Samuel and their teacher, Monika Švarcová.
Hello.
Hello, all of you.
Hello.
Are you okay with sharing the presentation yourselves?
Áno, yes. Poďte bližšie.
Great, so you can start.
A teraz čo chcem ja zdieľať? Toto nechceme zdieľať. Skúsime toto? Nie, ale toto. Ani jedno z toho nechceme zdieľať. Myslíte, že to pozdieľam? Hej? No neviem, či to pozdieľam. Nepozdieľam to, dievčatá. Skúste povedať, nech toto zazdieľajú oni. Povedzte, nech zazdieľajú oni, že máme problém zazdieľať.
We have a problem to put it on the big board. Can you put it?
Okay, no worries. Then I will do it for you the same way as I did with the other team. Let me just find your presentation.
Yes, I'm fine. Dopredu potieni a zvýhodní.
So here you go. Please just let me know when I can move on with the slide.
Thank you. 3 stories, small winged lime tree. Next, please.
Vám se to nedá? Nebude sa vám to dať?
Monitoring wood growth. Factor affect wood growth. Wood growth is affected by the locator of the tree, humidity, and temperature. Different tree species respond differently to these factors, which contributes to their adaptation to the environment.
No,
Next, please. Next. Small living one, located between the buildings. Its age is 36 years old. Height of the tree is 13.29 meter. Circumference is 90 centimeters. Next.
Small leaf linden number 2, located in the school garden. Its age 50 years. Tree height 13.67 meters. Circumference 124 centimeters.
The influence of weather on wood growth. Weather has a directed impact on wood growth. For example, low temperatures can slow wood growth and affect the timing of the tree flowering. Next.
Leaf spotting. Small leaf linden number 1. Small leaf linden number 2.
Next, please. Next.
Small leaf linden number 1. Small leaf linden number 2.
Next. Monitor temperature and humidity. Next. Weather monitoring. Almost every Monday around 12 to 1:30 p.m., we measured the maximum temperature, minimum temperature, humidity, and pressure using weather. Next. Next. Determine the age of a small living lime tree. Next.
Height of the tree, small leaf linden number 2, equals 13.64 meters.
Next. The importance of age is tree research. Determining the age of trees is essential for assessing their ecology's value and ability to absorb CO2. Older trees play a key role in biodiversity and environmental protection. Next.
Measurement results. Carbon uptake and release varies throughout a tree's life cycle.
Next.
Observation results proceed in group visualization.
Next. Next.
Thank you for your attention.
Thank you so much, Martina and Samuel. So I just want to ask, based on this last photo, if you had also some support from other colleagues from your school with your observations. I'm not sure if you can hear me. Okay, I really liked your presentation with so many beautiful visuals, not only photos but drawings, and that you did a very detailed and meticulous observations of your trees. Thanks for sharing it. And now I would like to ask again Josef to give feedback to the team.
Thank you for a great presentation. I really like it. It's nice that you selected again the linden tree. How did you measure the age? So there was a clear number for each tree, but did you calculate it somehow, or you find somebody who knows when it was planted?
Just a question. Chcete, aby Josef položil otázku česky, radši?
So we learn from the amount of the tree.
Okay. And I really like the map that you draw of the city and the school. That was really nice. Did you learn something based on your measurements of temperature about the bud burst, or you didn't connect these two together?
Yes, we did.
Okay, that's a great combination of measurements. I really suggest next time you look also for the results from the GLOBE database so that you can see if it's different in other schools around.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, team from Blatné Remety from Slovakia. And now it's time for another session of videos. We will see 3 videos, 2 of them from Ukraine. One of them is a video from Glukiv City Center for extracurricular activities. And the second one is from boarding school number 19 from Kiev. And the third video is from a different part of the world, is from North America, from the US, because you might not know that the spring campaign is not only organized in our region, in Europe and Eurasia, but also in North America, South America, Latin America. And this year we asked the coordinators of these regions if they could share some of their findings with us in this session. And one team from Moharimet Elementary School accepted our offer, and they sent us their amazing video, which we will see now in a second. If I may ask Lenka to show it.
Hi everyone, my name is Ovsanka Artem, student of Team Globe MCPO, and I am observing 2 trees, cherry and birch. I recorded when the buds bloomed, and now I am looking for leaves.
My name is Roman Charlie. I am student of the Globe team. I am watching the buds bloom and the cherry leaves which grow on the tree. Despite the April snow and frost, the tree has bloomed, the leaves are growing, and there is fruit setting.
Hello, we are Cora, Claire, and Chloe. We are 4th graders from Moharimet Elementary School, located in Madbury, New Hampshire in the United States. For the past 4 years, the 4th grade students at our school have been using the Globe Green-Up protocol to monitor and track the timing of budburst and how fast the leaves grow on 5 tree species in the forest in our schoolyard. While collecting data on Monday, May 12th, we've noticed that some of the leaves on the American beech trees were turning black and shriveling up. The terminal leaves were the only ones that were green and showed growth every time we measured them. One of the groups also observed a tree that had bubbles on its bark with no emerging leaves. We didn't know what was happening, so we contacted Nick Lanzer, a local forester, to report our findings. Mr. Lanzer came in to meet with our class to explain how serious the beech leaf disease and beech bark disease is for our trees, and how the diseases may eventually kill most of the trees in our forests. Unless a cure or solution can be found, this will have a big impact on our forests, our state's colorful fall foliage, and biodiversity. We wanted to report this to the group, and we wondered if any other citizen scientists have noticed any changes or diseases in the beech trees in your area.
Thank you, Lenka, for sharing the videos, and I like to ask.
September 2023, the
There's
General
one more.
Educational Sanatorium Boarding
sorry.
School number 18 in Kyiv was registered in the global program, and our educational institution became a global school. In the autumn of 2023 and 2024, we practiced in the autumn phenology campaign. We observed the yellowing of leaves on the weeping birch growing on the school grounds. The results of our observation were entered into a database on the International Global Program website. We are practicing in Spring Phenology Campaign 2025. We are overseeing of bidding of leaves on the weeping birch growing on the school grounds. We started observing the tree in February. On March 18, the birds swelled. On April 2, they began to open. As of May 13, the first leaf is 64 centimeters. The second is 60 centimeters. The third is 78 centimeters, and the fourth is 65 centimeters. We cooperate with a partner school from Croatia. We hold online meetings and support each other.
Sia, we can't hear you again.
Yeah, we don't hear you. So let me step in again. And I hope we have students, the 3 girls from Muhammad schools, a school from United States. Girls, are you with us? Or the teacher? No?
Yes, we are here. Ellen Irvin. I have one student here. It's early in the morning here, so our school doesn't start for another hour. I don't know how to turn on my video.
Well, it should be in the left bottom corner, a little camera with a video sign. So just if you click on it, perhaps. It might be another technical thing as well. So if it doesn't work, just...
It says video, but I see that it's blocked. But I didn't know if you were blocking it, maybe. But it's integrated webcam, video settings.
That's okay. So now we know it's you and your students. So yeah, well, many greetings to you, and thanks so much for getting up so early, joining us even before the school. So it's wonderful to have you. And if you maybe can add a few words about your research and your message to other schools, that would be lovely.
Well, we were interested in knowing if anyone else is monitoring. We haven't watched the whole presentation today, but if anyone else was monitoring beech trees and if they were noticing any of this beech disease in your area, in your part of the world. So we just discovered it. We've been monitoring for 4 years, and this was our first year where we really saw it in the trees. We have 30 trees we're monitoring, and so pretty much all of the beech trees. We have 5 different species. 10 are American beech, Fagus grandifolia, and they are all being affected. So we kind of were interested in hearing if anyone else had any information about what was happening in other parts of the world.
Okay. Is there someone you can raise your hand, perhaps the virtual hand, or your hand in a video if you want, if you do have such experience? Or perhaps, Ellen, you could also share some contact to you to the chat. So we can even, like invite the schools, not just here in the webinar, but also after the webinar, so they could reach out to you if they do experience something like this. Would that be fine for you?
Yes, so you'd like me to put my email? Is that?
Yeah. If you could write it into the chat, I think that would be lovely. That we could, anyone could write you back. Yep.
I also wondered, it was really powerful for us to have a professional, a forester, come in and talk about it. I wonder if other groups find something and they also have scientists come in and talk to them. I just think that's been really powerful. So I would suggest it if you haven't. And I love seeing what other people are doing with measuring temperature and carbon. And I think this inspires us for next year to do more. So thank you.
Thank you, Ellen, for sharing this. Yeah, that's really great, I think, to have some expert to talk to the students, to the class, and share some additional information. Thank you so much for sharing
I have
that.
a very quick comment, if I may.
Yes, Josef.
We have not seen this disease here. We have a different fungus in the forest, but we also have this fungus grandifolia in our park where I work, and it doesn't have this disease. So I can report, just simply we haven't seen it yet.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, and since we are really running out of time a bit, so I'm sorry, but I need to push the program further. So, Ellen, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for raising these questions and these topics. And we will keep them. So hopefully you will be able to get in touch with other schools from our region and perhaps even start some collaboration together or exchange some information. So thanks a lot. And now I would like to invite our next school, which is Antun Mihanovic Elementary School from Croatia. And I can already see some presentation running on the screen. But I don't hear anybody. We should have 3 students, Lovro, Matea, and Tony. Can you talk to us, please?
Oh.
We don't hear you.
Hey.
Okay, great.
Heard us?
The floor is all yours. Please go ahead.
Wait. Okay. We wish you a good day. We are the members of the Globe group from the primary school Antun Mihanovic, Osijek, Croatia. Our school has been an active member of the Globe program since March 1997, and we have over 240,000 data entries in the Globe database.
We actively monitor the progress of many trees from our schoolyard, and we especially focus on our birch tree in the phenological campaign.
We have been monitoring our birch tree for several years. We have been monitoring its green up and green down. We have measured its circumference and height, and these 2 diagrams show the green up for the years 2024 and 2025. As seen from the diagram, this year the vegetation of our birch started a bit earlier than the last year.
This time we haven't only monitored its green up and green down, but decided to measure the height of our birch in 3 ways. We used clinometer, pencil method, and through the Globe Observer app. We wanted to see if our measurements will match. The first measurement was using the clinometer.
We included values for distance from the tree in the formula. Using the angle and the table, we calculated the tangent and added the height of the person who did the measurement. The final result was 19.95 meters. The pencil method was the second technique we used. The observer monitors the tree using a vertically placed pencil and moves away from the tree until the size of the pencil matches the size of the tree. The distance of the observed tree tells us its height. The height we obtained in this way was 19 meters. The last way we measured the height of our birch tree was using the Global Weather app. The observer's height needed to be entered into the app, and the application calculated the other parameters itself. You just need to follow the instruction the application guides you through. The height we obtained was 17.8 meters. Based on the measurements, we concluded that this time our oven measurements were more reliable than the application itself.
We continue to follow and monitor our school environment, and we send you a big global greeting from Osijek.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for your presentation. Thank you for sharing your results with us. And it was very interesting for me, the comparison and all your results. And there's actually no one better to comment on your presentation than Brian Campbell, the lead of Trees Around the Globe campaign. So Brian, please, if you could comment.
Sure. Thank you, Lenka. Yeah, thank you for the presentation. And yeah, I was happy to see that you used 3 different methods. And I can honestly say that I've never actually used the pencil method. And it was really cool to learn about that method. And I need to actually look more into that method because I just want to play around with it and, check it out. And it's interesting, you got between the clinometer and the pencil method, you got, relatively, pretty similar results. Whereas with the Globe Observer Trees tool, the application, you got a little less result. One of my questions for you is, how many times did you do each method? Did you do it just one time, or did you do each one multiple times and then take an average?
We did it 3 times and not just one time because the one is maybe the worst and others can be correct.
Okay, good. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to hear because often, I've worked with some people, mostly students understand, you need to do it more than one time, but I've actually worked with some adults where they do it one time and they think that's the answer. But doing it more than one time is great because, practice makes perfect, but when you might see, you get different conditions or whatever, when you have to do it multiple times and you take that average. That's why, in the Globe program, if you do use the clinometer and the, doing that clinometer technique, it wants you to do it at least 3 times and take that average of the numbers that you get for tree height. So, great job with that. So yeah, I was really excited to see that because, we actually wrote as part of in the Globe Observer, we wrote an activity where you do comparisons between the clinometer and using the app as an activity for schools. So, that's great that you did that. And as I said, I want to really look forward to going into understanding the pencil method a little better because I never used that before and I want to, understand that better. But I really like that you did this and you did multiple, observations of this. So thank you for doing this. And I like that you actually shared the data from 2024 and 2025. And hopefully you can do this for, 2026, 27, and, look at the birch tree and, see its growth and, be able to fine tune your tree height data and, even get it even more precise for years to come. So thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Okay, so Brian, thank you for your comments and well done to the team. Thank you very much for your presentation again. And now we are coming to the last presentation of our webinar today. And I'm really happy for what you will hear now because already today we spoke many times about cooperation and how important it is. And now you will actually hear a presentation that is done in a cooperation and is about the cooperation. So I would like to welcome 2 teams to speak for our last presentation. And it is Istituto Comprensivo Statale Edmondo de Amicis from Marcaloco Cassone, Italy, and Dubovac Primary School from Croatia. So welcome, and floor is all yours.
Hello. Hello.
Hello. Hello. Do you need any help from us to share the presentation?
So Snjezana from Croatia should share the screen.
Okay, I can see Snjezana is already preparing there. Just in case you need, let us know.
Teraz,
Nie.
To nie to. There's so much such in
Pisze ci tu entire screen. Is share?
Nie. Nie ciągnie to było full screen da mogu.
Čekaj, sad ću vidjeti. Di prezentacija.
Mislim se. It's okay, vide.
Is it okay?
Perfect.
Yes.
Yes, we can see the first slide. Yes.
Essere gli italiani poi. Nasce cliente.
Our friends will start.
Okay.
Hello. In the school year 2024 and 2025, the students of the middle school of Marcallo Concasone, Italy, and students of Osnovna Škola Dubovac, Karlovac, Croatia, have been collaborating in a joint project called Meet and Learn Together with Globe. Please go on. Go on with the slides. Again, once. Thank you. Our schools came into contact through the Globe community. The original idea was to start a twinning project based on science, but then it expanded to culture and traditions. The project has the following objectives: to reinforce students' knowledge of their partner's country and culture, history and traditions, to promote knowledge and respect for the environment through regular and ongoing collaboration on the Globe program protocols and sharing of results, to improve students' communication and language skills, to develop students' life skills as regards personal, social, and learning areas, and to offer opportunity for students to broaden their horizons beyond the classroom, and to develop new ideas and friendship. The project has been composed of different activities, sharing observation and results of knowledge campaigns and other Globe activities, video calls between students during school time to get to know each other, to learn about science, culture, and traditions of two countries, Italy and Croatia, email exchange between students, visit to each other's schools. All those activity has been shared on a joint Padlet. You can take a look through the link below or through the QR code. Please go on. Go on. Okay. Considering the phonology campaigns, both schools have been observing the same species, birch and hazel. Here you can see the final graphs that we compared and discussed at the end of the autumn season. Please go on. Go on. During our project, we had 4 online meetings. We presented the organization of the schools and the activities carried out in school. We presented the Globe program in schools. We presented the history and the culture of the cities Karlovac and Marcallo. We presented Christmas holidays and customs in Karlovac and Marcallo. Italian students and their teachers visited our school and our city Karlovac on February 24th and 25th. After welcoming and introducing, we showed them our Globe measuring station and took them on a tour of the size of our city. Together, we visited museums, the Old Castle Dubovac, the Karlovac Promenade, and the Korana River. At the end of the day, we hang out in the sports hall. In our school park, we showed our friends from Italy which trees we performed phenological observations on. It was February and the buds were just opening. On this picture, you can see phenological observations on 4 leaves of a birch tree. The average length of the leaves at the end of growth was 50 millimeters, and the leaves grew for 56 days. On this picture, you can see phenological observations on 4 leaves of a hazel bush. The average length of the leaves at the end of growth was 59 millimeters, and the leaves grew for 51 days.
Hello, Sabrina.
Talking about birch A green up bud burst occurred on March 17th, 2 days later than in spring 2024, but earlier than 2023. The growth rate was similar to 2024, but slower than in 2023. Comparing our birch with the specimen observed in Karlovac, we noticed that in Marcallo bud burst happened 2 weeks later than in Karlovac. Our leaves achieved a long final length and grew much faster. Please go on. Birch B had bud burst a decade earlier than Birch A, March 5th, probably because its location is more exposed to sunlight. Considering processed data, there are significant differences with Birch A. Grown-up data were collected by many students, and we can suppose that the measurements have not been so accurate.
It was the slide before. Yeah, the one before that you put before. Yeah, thank you. For the hazel tree, bud burst occurred almost on the same date of the previous years, on March 8th, and the growth rate was similar too. If we compare our observations with the hazel observed in Karlovac, our hazel had a faster growth rate. It can depend on the different size and age of the two specimens, but also difference in weather conditions can have affected the leaf growth, even if climate classification of the two regions is very similar. Please go on. On May 26 and 27, 2025, students from Croatia visited the Leonardo da Vinci Middle School in Macalo, Concasone. The event shared activities focused on the GLOBE program and environmental sustainability. Students were together in science labs, music sessions, games, and local visits. The experience helped strengthen the bond between the two schools and encouraged the intercultural dialogue. It was a special opportunity for learning, friendship, and international cooperation. Please go on. Italian and Croatian students engage in various global environmental activities, such as measuring tree height, observing clouds, and recording surface temperature. They practice English through interactive labs, explore meteorology in the Meteo Lab, played volleyball, and enjoyed a visit to the Parco Giotti for relax. The following day, May 27th, the students visited Milan, started with a tour of the Duomo Cathedral, followed by a meeting with Italian friends, lunch, and free time for shopping. These 2 days were filled with learning, cultural exchange, and new friendships. Please go on.
These are the key outcomes of the GLOBE program collaboration. We shared knowledges, methods, experiences, compared approaches and tools, presented STEM activities, collaborated between teachers and students, learned about the culture and history of Macalo and Karlovac. This is a joint photo of Italian and Croatian students taken during the visit to Karlovac. It's in front of the Church of St. Joseph in Dubovac, nearby our school. We also came to Italy and had a great experiences.
Hvala, grazie, and thank you for your attention.
Thank you so much to both teams and well done. It was just amazing teamwork and amazing research. And I really enjoyed listening to your presentation and see how you could work together really even in distance. And it was so nice to hear about your meeting as well. And again, I would like to invite Brian to comment and ask some questions if there are.
Yes, thank you. And yeah, it's so awesome to see the collaboration between the schools and the and the two countries. And it's great to see Snezana and Sabrina again. And both of these educators and more, and the schools are part of the Trees Around the Globe student research campaign, which Lenka mentioned I lead, and and have all presented some of our webinars over the last several years. So it's great to see this collaboration. And I just have a couple questions. So first question is, were you more excited about learning about the environment in each of your locations, or about each of your cultures, or both? And all of you can answer these.
What we liked most about the GLOBE project was the opportunity to work outdoors, collecting real local data with our own hands.
And doing science in the field made everything more concrete and exciting. We felt like real researchers, and it was also very motivating to know that our data could be useful and shared with others around the world.
We were most excited about working with our new friends and meeting each other and traveling to Milan and everything you said.
Yep. And one thing I want to correct you on, the first person you mentioned, the first one is, you said you felt like real researchers. You are real researchers. So I just want to clarify that the work you've done makes you real researchers. So remember that. So, okay.
Thank you.
So, yeah. Then the last thing I want to ask you is, were there any surprising results from the times of the green ups that you noticed in Italy versus Croatia?
Yes, in Italy, leaves were a lot of bigger than in Croatia. We think that it's because of the climate, because there are Alps and there's more water. So we think that's why the leaves were bigger there than here.
We also learned that collaboration is essential in science, and by sharing data and experience, we gain new knowledge and a better understanding of environmental issues. And everyone has a different point of view, and our common title, Meet and Learn Together, really expressed the spirit of our work. Learning through collaboration makes science more powerful and meaningful.
I love that, and I can't say anything better, so I'm going to leave it at what you just said. So thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all so much. And I think it was just an amazing ending of our webinar today. And Brian, thanks so much for your comments as well. Hello to everybody. Let me just try for the very last moment if Cilla can add her last concluding words, or not really. Let's see. No, not really. So I'm sorry for that, because it's Cilla who has prepared the whole webinar for you, and she was running the campaign all this spring. So yeah, it would be great if she could say bye to you, but I will do it instead of her. And yeah, let's just end our webinar with appreciation to you students, because Brian said it, you are real researchers and you made such a wonderful work. You had this brilliant presentation and beautiful videos, and you shared so many findings and experiences and emotions as well. And you were so brave to be here and speak in English. So that's a really great job. I think you deserve a virtual round of applause here. Unfortunately, only virtual. So thank you all for your enthusiasm, for your courage to be here. And I would also like to thank very much to our experts, to Brian Campbell from NASA, and to Josef Brůna from Czech Academy of Sciences from Czech Republic. So thank you so much for being here and giving comments to our students. And last thing that I would like to share with you is that we will share a certificate for all of you at the end of a campaign. We will still be in touch with you and send you some more information. And we will be also the most happy to share your presentation on the Globe website. So you will get information about that as well. We also have a Padlet running for the phenology campaign. So that's a place to visit. And there you will also find some more materials. And of course, we will see you in autumn. And we really, really look forward to hear from you, even during the summer, but for sure in autumn too. So thank you all so much. Sorry for being a bit late, and have a great day, all of you. Thanks for joining. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.